Cowboy fans and YouTubers? It's that VA Dallas Cowboy fan coming back at you. Thank you for liking, sharing, subscribing, and commenting down below. I make these videos for me and you, and a little therapeutic. Boy! Wow! I mean, yeah, the comparisons between Dak and Deshaun are just right on par, aren't they? Just, woo! Dak just looked horrible last night. Oh, wait, that was Deshaun. I'm sorry, he's so much better than Dak. Because, you know, he makes the team around him so much better, right? Oh, wait, no, that's the stuff you say Dak can't do. That he needs a team around him to make him look good. Oh, I'm sorry. Without DeAndre Hopkins, it looks like Houston looks like an average team at best. If that. Because they darn sure didn't look like any kind of contender last night. I mean, Kansas City came out the blocks like they still playing last season. They didn't need no preseason. Shoot, for what? They still stomped that ass. I mean, that was just a bad showing on Houston's part. I don't know what to tell you. There was no adjustments made. They didn't try to push the ball downfield. Now, if you got a dink and dunk Deshaun, that's what was going on last night. The running game was almost non-existent. You had Johnson and Johnson back there running, and neither one could do that much. The passing game was nowhere to be seen. I mean, y'all paid all this money to take Randall Cobb from us, and then he caught one pass with 30 seconds left in the game. Really? Really? Your offensive lineman pretty much quit on you. Because I'm looking at a play where Deshaun's scrambling in the backfield all by himself, and his offensive linemen are just standing around looking stupid. Where's the help? Where's my offensive lineman trying to protect the quarterback? I don't know. I didn't see it. The defense, other than J.J. Watt trying to make plays, Houston is dead in the water. I mean, my God. I give them credit trying to pick on the backup, the rookie corner on Kansas City, Snead, I think his name is. And that did not go well. Snead showed up. That boy was, thanks to Honey Badger, he was picking off passes. He was pass deflecting. He was tackling. He showed no signs of being a rookie at all. If we can get that much out of Trayvon Diggs in the first year, shoot. I tell you what, though, Houston's got some work to do. They do. Unfortunately, they start the season out against Kansas City and Baltimore. That puts them behind the 8 ball of possibly going 0-2 just to start the season. And I know that's not ideal or what they want, but y'all were the hype train. Y'all were the hype team in the state of Texas, not Dallas. They all say Deshaun Watson is the better player as a quarterback and a better team in that division. It doesn't look like it. Kansas City looked like they never stopped. Nothing's really changed. They still produce magic. I like the schemes they used. There was a lot of disguising on the offensive defense. That rookie, CEH, Clyde Elliott, something. I'm sorry. He has a hyphenated name because he took both of his father's last names. He looked pretty good. They knew when they drafted him what kind of back he could be, and he showed it last night. Kelsey did his thing. Tyreek Hill did his thing. Sammy Watkins did their thing. The offense clicked. Their defense, which is usually their weaker point, showed no signs of really being too bad. When they had to make plays, they made plays. When they were up against it, they pretty much clamped down. Their DBs were there. You had Honey Badger all over the field. You had no-name safeties. They're doing their job. The defensive front was always in Deshaun's face. They were rushing 4, 5, 6 guys. They were blitzing. They mixed it up. I'm hoping this is what the Cowboys are going to show on Sunday night. Their offense and defense of Kansas City's was so mixed, and it was great. You saw Andy Reid on the sidelines. The only time when something goes bad, you see his face shield fogging up even more. It was hilarious. He had to move the face shield out of the way just to look at the play sheet sometimes. But it was all good. It was football. It's in the books. Game 1 is done. We're going to have to see, after testing, if any bad news comes out of that. We saw a couple players get hurt, unfortunately. Some things out of their control. It wasn't, anything like it used to be with somebody getting rolled up on or anything. It just happened to be some fluke plays, some tissue injuries, a fractured hand for former Dallas Cowboy Tre'Davious Ward, corner. But it's in the books. Kansas City looks like they are who we thought they were. No stopping those guys right now. On to the Cowboys. Amari Cooper has said that he is good to go. He can't wait to play against Jalen Ramsey because he knows how good Ramsey is based off his reputation alone, and that he knows this is going to be the featured matchup. We don't know if Ramsey will be shadowing Coop all over the field or if he's going to play one side. It really doesn't matter because at any point, no matter who lines up against Ramsey, you're possibly going against, quote unquote, our number one guy. At least that's what we're hoping. That's what we're looking forward to in all our wide receivers this year, at least the top 3, is that any one of them could be a featured receiver for the game. Who was it? Brandon Carr. McCarthy was asked in an interview what's going to happen with him. Will he be activated? He said he's going to look at the practice tomorrow to see if he's ready to go because he's been limited so far in reps. So they're not really going to know until Saturday if they're going to activate him or not. My thing is it's best to go ahead and activate and have that extra man, because if you start moving active corners to safety during the game and you start losing corners, you're going to start running down your roster pretty quick, trying to have guys multitask between corner and safety. It's just to have that extra emergency guy that has had no mileage put on him during training camp, that, injury wise or anything. And Brandon Carr has always been known as an Iron Man because he hasn't missed a game in his career. So I'd activate him just for my sake. Speaking of the Earl Thomas talk, DeMarcus Lawrence has had his contract extended by a year. It is a voidable year, so they can cut him and save money on that year if need be, but I doubt they're going to do that. They put 15 million of his 31 mil salary this year into the bonus, so he's going to get that right now. A lot of people say that it's possible they go after Earl Thomas with all this money, but I think they're trying to get money up to possibly sign Dak next year if they know that the salary cap is going to go down. So they're trying to get a whole lot of cash on hand right now just to get through the season and through next offseason. So they have that money capital already locked up without having to cut players or do any of that kind of stuff next offseason. People want to say that it's going to be for Earl Thomas, but I don't think so. All this money that we're stacking up, there's no way you'd pay that much money for Earl Thomas. A lot of people want to see him. Player-wise, I'd like to see his intensity on the field. Character-wise, we don't really know what happened to Baltimore. A lot of his former teammates have come out and said that his attitude was not conducive to what they were doing there. And, once you start getting that reputation, it snowballs. it doesn't even matter how good a player are. Look at T.O. You got labeled as a locker room cancer, and it didn't matter how great you were on the field. People just couldn't stand you anymore. We're going to find out after Sunday night. Some guys have said Monday it's going to be on the books that they're going to sign him. I don't think that's the case, but that's my opinion. I really think they're just saving up money for next offseason. Even if they don't pay Dak the money he's going to be looking for, they're trying to get some cash up anyway, just for free agency and whatnot. You got, I think, $29 million now. They had 17 going into the restructure, and now you're going to save $12 million added to that right now for next offseason. So we'll see. But that's pretty much it. We got the Mike McCarthy presser that was this morning. They're basically running out of questions to ask him. It's starting to get monotonous, rehashing the same old questions over and over. I think the only thing they asked him that was new was Andy Reid's face mask. Will you be wearing one? He said no. He'll be wearing a normal face mask. And did he catch any of the game last night? He said the game was on in the facilities last night. And what he glanced at, everything looked normal. So I don't know if that's, play on the field normal. Normal as in what he saw on film. Because it's going to come up to what they saw. Is any of that going to look like what we're going to do? He's not going to answer that. None of them will. You'll just have to wait and see. And if this is the normal Kansas City, then Houston has no excuse why they got beat up so bad. People will say, well, Deshaun got some touchdowns in the end, but that's garbage time, right? And them touchdowns didn't matter when you went and let them score 31 unanswered points. So getting up to 20 is just filler. That didn't even matter on the scoreboard. The game wasn't that close. You scored your 7, it was game over after that. So I don't want to hear this crap about how great Deshaun is until we see Dak play. If Dak puts up way better stats, then the argument's pretty much going to be over on week 1. Of course, they're going to say, well, he's got better competition he went against, but some people are betting on the Rams to beat us. So let's not take them lightly. Don't sit here and count them out just because they're not Kansas City. As people will say in all their hate-filled speeches, well, the Rams went to the Super Bowl. Has the Cowboys been to a Super Bowl? Yeah, well, if we beat them up and it's worse than the beating we gave them last year, then I don't want to hear anything. So that's just my opinion. Hope you share yours. Not going to take up any more of your time. I hope you have a good Friday. Have a safe weekend. Get ready for the game on Sunday night. I'll probably be at work, so I will have to rush home in time to catch the beginning of the game. And y'all enjoy your weekend. We'll see what comes out of the last walkthroughs tomorrow before they head out to LA. Talk to y'all then. VA Dallas Cowboy fans out.